Hello and welcome to our video on the economics of Nintendo and how they lost control of the home gaming market. As one of the most recognized and beloved gaming companies in the world, it's hard to imagine a time when Nintendo was struggling to keep up with its competitors. But the reality is, there was a time when Nintendo was on top of the gaming industry with its innovative consoles and games. In this video, we will explore the history of Nintendo, the economics behind their success, and the reasons why they eventually lost control of the home gaming market. History of Nintendo. Nintendo was founded in 1889 as a playing card company in Kyoto, Japan. It wasn't until the 1970s that Nintendo began to experiment with electronic toys and games. In 1983, Nintendo released its first home gaming console in Japan, called the Family Computer or Famicom. The Famicom was later released in the United States as the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. The NES was a huge success, thanks to its advanced graphics, iconic games like Super Mario Bros., and a business model that relied on licensing fees from third-party game developers. Nintendo continued to innovate with its consoles, releasing the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, in 1990 and the Nintendo 64 in 1996. However, the company began to struggle with its next console, the GameCube, which failed to compete with Sony's PlayStation 2 and Microsoft's Xbox. Economics of Nintendo. Nintendo's business model during the NES era was built on a licensing system that allowed the company to collect fees from third-party game developers. This system gave Nintendo control over the games that were released for the NES, ensuring that the console had high-quality games and limiting the competition. However, this business model began to change with the release of the SNES, as Nintendo began to rely more on in-house game development. Nintendo's profits were also heavily dependent on hardware sales, which meant that the success of a console was critical to the company's bottom line. The company's profits also relied on the sales of its iconic game franchises, such as Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda. Competition in the home gaming market. Nintendo faced increasing competition in the home gaming market throughout the 1990s and 2000s. Sony's PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox both entered the market and quickly gained popularity, with their more advanced hardware and online capabilities. Nintendo's GameCube, released in 2001, struggled to compete with these new consoles, and Nintendo began to lose market share. Nintendo attempted to innovate with its next console, the Wii, released in 2006. The Wii's motion-sensing controls and family-friendly games made it a hit with casual gamers, and the console sold well. However, the Wii's lack of graphical power and limited game library meant that it couldn't compete with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, which were more popular with hardcore gamers. Nintendo's struggle to compete. Nintendo's struggle to compete with Sony and Microsoft continued with the release of the Wii U in 2012. The Wii U's unique tablet-style controller failed to catch on with consumers, and the console's lack of third-party game support hurt its sales. By this time, Nintendo's profits were heavily dependent on the success of its handheld consoles, such as the Nintendo DS and 3DS, rather than its home consoles. In recent years, Nintendo has found success with the release of the Nintendo Switch, a hybrid console that can be played both on a TV and as a portable device. However, the company still faces competition from Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft's Xbox Series X, as well as from mobile gaming platforms. In conclusion, the economics of Nintendo played a significant role in the company's success and eventual struggles in the home gaming market. Nintendo's licensing system and in-house game development gave the company control over the quality of its games, but the company's reliance on hardware sales and iconic franchises also made it vulnerable to competition. While Nintendo has faced challenges in recent years, the company continues to innovate and find success with new consoles and games. It remains to be seen how Nintendo will fare in the increasingly crowded gaming market, but one thing is certain, the company's impact on the industry will continue to be felt for years to come. Thank you for watching.